Hi, it's Michelle. I'm here today to talk to you about Madeline.
Who's Madeline?
Madeline is a person that talks about the same thing over and over and over again.
It's like a cable knit sweater that just keeps netting and netting and netting.
Yes. My daughter encountered a Madeline. She said, if you're going to talk about this person that I think you're going to talk about, then I don't want to hear it. I understood it. Because then that person came to me. She kept saying the same thing over and over again.
What was she saying?
She was talking about her spouse constantly. What he's done to her. What he won't do. I tried to intercede and say, if you don't want to be in it, get out.
Did she try talking to him about what he was doing?
Yes. I hope so. But she kept calling me every day.
Was she listening to you or?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
She wasn't listening to me. I mean, I listened for years. I had to ask Jesus to take this from me because it's not my burden.
You say, Lord!
I said, Jesus, help me. And he did.
So she didn't want any advice. She just wanted to vent.
I think so. Because she wasn't hearing what I was saying at all. And whatever I said, she didn't receive it. So I couldn't understand why, at that time, why she just couldn't understand.
Couldn't let go.
No, right.
You couldn't let go.
Right. I felt like I was on a roller coaster with her. And she didn't want to get off and wanted me for the ride.
So she had that LTD, holding on.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do. Lord.
Yep.
Run.
I know. But Jesus helped me. He helped me with patience, understanding, and not to hold on to people's burdens.
Did he help you to understand how to hang up your phone when you didn't want to hear it?
Right. That's all you had to do.
Because a lot of times people don't want any advice. They just want to unload on you.
That's true.
And they actually don't want any help. She didn't want any help. They don't want any help with the situation. They just want to stay in the situation, but talk about it.
Yeah. Some do.
Mm-hmm.
You are not a toilet. Stop letting people release.
Yeah. Stop
I know,
letting them
right?
relieve themselves.
I don't want that. That's a little disgusting.
Figuratively speaking, of course.
I know, right? But finally, she got help. And I hope that this helps you. And subscribe. Hit that red button.
Wait, what did she do to get help? Did she see a therapist? Did she seek Jesus? Did she phone another friend?
I think she started phoning another friend.
So you got help.
I got help. I went to Jesus.
Yeah. So the moral of the story is...
Jesus blocked her.
Hey, man, when he blocks you, you are blocked.
He'll help in any way. Thank you.
So what advice would you give to the Madelines out there? Because it could be a Madeline watching this right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Madeline, what I will subscribe, which I'm not a physician, but I have a psychologist right here.
Yeah.
So what would the psychologist say?
Okay. Since I'm not at work today, didn't know I was going to have to do this, but if you are a Madeline, what you need to do is stop ruminizing. It's not helping you. When I say ruminizing, you're constantly going over the same thoughts. You won't let go. You won't listen. You're not trying to get out of that circle of madness, because that's what it is. It's non-productive, and it's only going to lead to an emotional crash, which is what usually occurs. So what you need to do is stop, assess the situation, think about what's going on in your life, and when you are talking about it, allow someone to give you some advice and be ready to listen and get it out. Talk about what you need. If you need to talk to a professional, a friend, a family member, listen to what they have to say and be willing to make the changes you need. Don't just sit there and want to sit in your own mess and go over and over and over and over again. It's not going to change the situation, because sometimes people think if they just constantly talk about it, it's going to change the situation. It's not going to change it.
Is that a form of overcompulsive disorder?
Yes, it is, because you're obsessing over the same thing. It is a symptom of obsessive compulsiveness, not necessarily a disorder, because you would have to go through a number of tests to actually, but that is a symptom of that. So what you need to do is, like I said, be willing to make the changes. Listen to what the advice is, and listen to yourself, and stop ruminizing.
Everyone cannot listen to themselves. That is bad advice.
I'm not talking about listen to yourself. What I'm saying is listen to what yourself is telling you. It's not helping you. It's causing you. What I mean by that is we getting into a full-blown session. What I'm saying is listen to your body, what your body is telling you. It's not helping you to constantly go over the same thing over and over again, is what I mean.
Okay.
Listen to the negativity that your body is giving you, because you're obsessing over this. You're talking about it every day. You're upset. What I mean by that, you have to listen to what your body is telling you. You're upset. Is that helping you? No. So what do you do when you have a headache? You try to go and get something to alleviate that headache. So listen to your body. You're listening to your body when you have a headache. So you're going to get something to alleviate it, whether it's a Bufferin, an Anacin, or whatever.
What the freak ain't Addison's anymore?
I don't know. But anyway, don't digress on that. But, so when you're upset and you're talking about these things that's constantly bombarding your life with a certain situation, stop going over the same thing. Be willing to take the medicine that's prescribed to you to make the changes to make your life better.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, psychologist.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's a hostile one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Only when certain people are present.
Oh, ooh.
For the record, I'm not Madeline.
Me neither. Okay. This was a good one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, subscribe.